I am in the parking lot in northern Idaho, and if you know anything about Idaho, you really know the one theme park or amusement park that everybody comes here to do, and that is Silverwood. You can't really see it. I mean, you can kind of see it in the background, but this has been one that I've eyeballed for a long time. It's just really hard to get to, and I finally made the trip to do it. All right, so I've only been in the park for about 5 minutes, and my first impression is just how gorgeous this place is. I mean, you walk in, it's almost like a small garden when you first go in. Man, I've got to say, this thing looks absolutely massive from up close. All right, first ride of the day there was on Aftershock in the very back row. I've got to say, that was insanity. It's going to be hard to top that one here, even with Stunt Pilot. And I got on it just in time too, because it went down for an extended closure is what they said. So I'm really glad I got the last ride before it went down. So I'm on to the next coaster. It's looking like Tremors is going to be the closest one, so I guess I'll go to that one. That is the one I believe that they put the 208 track on, which from what it looks like, yeah. So really excited to do this one. I've heard nothing but good things really about all the coasters here, so I'm excited to do all of them. Row 3 on Tremors, and what another insane coaster. It's so weird because it was designed and built by CCI. It's got GCI trains and then RMC 208 track on it. So it's like a hodgepodge of a coaster. The front was a little bit tamer than I thought it was gonna be, and I think that's because of the steel track on it. It rides really smooth, but it doesn't have that wooden coaster bite to it, if you will. But it was a walk-on, so I'm gonna do it again, this time in the back row, and see, I get the feel in the back is gonna be a little bit better. I just did a back row ride on Tremors, and definitely a little bit better in the back, a little more intense. Didn't think it was super intense like I thought it was going to be though. I mean, it was really good, don't get me wrong, but I still think that Aftershock takes it for me for right now. This is actually an Ace landmark, I believe. It used to be at Knott's Berry Farm, and it got moved here. I think it's an Ace landmark. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I don't really keep track of those, to be honest. It's pretty much impossible to get all of them now anyways. But yeah, some of these old aero looping coasters, even the corkscrew models, are not bad. It really depends on how well they're maintained. To talk about corkscrew and timber terror, so I'll do timber terror first, since I'm right, well, you can't see it from the trees, but since I'm right next to it. I did it in the very back car, and it's got the old CCI/PTC trains on it, but it's got 208 track on it from RMC, but I think it transitions back and forth between 208 track and wood track in some spots, because it'll be really smooth and then you'll start jackhammering kind of randomly on it. But it was overall pretty good, really intense in the back. There is one turn at the end right before you come to the station, right when you hit the bottom of that little drop before the turn. There's like a big pothole or something, because you get absolutely slammed into the ground on that. I don't know if it's, I guess it has to be a pothole, but that was really uncomfortable. I heard everybody on the train, say ow when that happened. But other than that, it was really good. I think it would definitely benefit from new trains and a second train, because it's only got one train and that line takes a while. It is time for one of the stars of the park. Well, I just got blocked in by the covering for the queue, but Stunt Pilot. This is almost a clone of Railblazer, except it's a little more drawn out. So it's not quite as intense, so it doesn't essentially rip itself apart. I just did Stunt Pilot in the second to front and then the very back. And it's really good. It's not as intense as Railblazer or Wonder Woman at Fiesta, Texas, which didn't think it would be, but it's still really good. There's not a bad RMC out there, and I'll stand by that. I'll say that their operations are really good too. I mean, Stunt Pilot and Tremors, they're pumping trains out back and forth. Timber Terra, they can't do much. It's one train. Same thing with Aftershock. But I've been really impressed so far. This is really good for a privately owned theme park. You usually don't see operations that are that good, and operations are great here. I would say I would take Stunt Pilot over Jersey Devil Coaster. I feel like there's a little more intensity to it, and even though it's not as intense as Railblazer or Wonder Woman, it's still really good, and I think it's really a perfect fit for this park. I really wish some smaller Six Flags and smaller regional parks would look into those Raptors, even if they're the cloned off-the-shelf model, because they're really good. So I did find the final coaster, the true kiddie coaster that I need for this trip. It's called the Tiny Toot Coaster. So I guess I'm gonna get on that now. I just got my ride there on the Tiny Toot Coaster, and shout out to the ride-off. He was really friendly. I had the train all to myself, so it's kind of tucked back away from everything else, but he called me Conductor Swade, and he made me, every time I would go past the station, he'd have me do like the whistle blow thing, and he would blow the whistle on the ride. So man, what am I doing? But yeah, overall, as I start to close out this day, it's been a really good park. Operations other than Aftershock, because it's only one train and they have a weird procedure how they have to do it, but it's been really good. Operations were good, staff were super friendly. Yeah, all around great. Never talked about Corkscrew. I did the front and the back row. Both were pretty okay. It was kind of rough. Didn't expect it to be smooth or anything, but for a coaster its age, it's not running too bad. With that absolutely beautiful skyline that you can't really see in the background, I am wrapping up my day and heading out at Silverwood. I plan to leave about an hour before park close. I ended up staying until 9 o'clock. And I've just got to say, I have not had this much fun at a park probably since my first visits to Dollywood and Silver Dollar City. Silverwood doesn't have the elite coaster lineup, although I would make an argument that Aftershock and Stunt Pilot could be close to elite rides, or at least make it a really solid lineup. But it's just an overall feel-good park. I mean, everybody's friendly, the staff are friendly, and it doesn't feel like it's forced. It doesn't feel like they're being trained like, hey, be nice to guests. Like, it feels like they really want to be here. They actually enjoy their jobs, which is not something you see very often at any park. I am just going to throw this out there as well, and I don't say this lightly at all, because my top 5 amusement parks, not counting like Disney and Universal, because those are kind of in their own realm, but I mean, like Dollywood, Silver Dollar City, Cedar Point, Hershey Park, and it's a toss-up between like Kings Island, Magic Mountain, and Six Flags Great America. But those are like my top 5 or 6 amusement parks. I really think Silverwood could be a top 5 park for me. With that being said, I'm heading out. I have a very early morning flight to catch because I am going to SeaWorld San Diego. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe. Carter and I are going to be doing a ton of vlogs, hopefully picking up a little bit on the reviews soon. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.